This is ZNS Total Sports, brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Kelsey Johnson. Welcome to Sports Friday. The Humanity United Global Project is holding court. The first annual tournament designed to put basketballs in the hands of young men in the Camp Road community tipped off last night. This is just one of several sporting activities the organizers are using to bring the community together. 6 teams from around the Camp Road area are competing for the title. Running the court with the young ball players was our Charles Fisher.
Get toward turning our youth back on the right path. Humanity United Global Project, headed by Jermaine Davis, is in the Camp Road area this week with a basketball tournament. The project hopes to hit the 6 communities in New Providence where there is a need for positive change.
We are geared up to tackle social issues, and this is a platform where young people of our nation can lend a hand on national development. So we're trying to create social environments where we can bring community corners together, where it can be a more knitted environment for its people to resolve some matters just with conversation. And so tonight, this is somehow neighbors competing against neighbors to different corners, and we're naming the teams in the honor of some of our deceased in Camp Road from the community.
Longtime Camp Road residents Pastor Keith Rolle and Floyd off the wall Saunders giving back as organizer and referee.
It's important that in the country that we find positive things for the young people to do, especially the young men. There's a lot of talk about the negative things that are happening in the country, but I feel as though if we provide positive things for the young men, then we can curb a lot of this crime in the country. And so we're having the basketball tournament going on, and we're going to have other things going on to provide positive things for the young men to do.
Being a former basketball player internationally, this event is important because it gives exposure to the little children. You know, they may not be able to travel, but because of my travel and my experience, I bring that home to them. So if I could share that through officiating, coordinating, and motivating, that's what I do. That's the best I could do for my country.
Inspector Tony Curtis of Urban Renewal also encouraged by what's going on.
Like I say, it's a positive initiative because we are able to get the young guys off the street. Even though it's a school night, they're able to come and display their talents, and I'm here to ensure that they do it in a safe environment.
Much more activities are planned for all day Saturday to bring the week of festivities to a close. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
Thank you so much, Charles. Chester Robards, organizer for the upcoming Chick-Charney Relays, is ready to explore his options further now that the obstacle course challenge has caught on here in the capital. Outside of inviting persons from the Family Islands, Robards is hoping to take the meet internationally.
We haven't pushed the international agenda yet, even though obviously that's always in the back of our mind, and we're working on it. We're working on several things, so eventually we will go to the Eastern Seaboard and talk to some people and see if we can't get some people down for the Chick-Charney Challenge. The Chick-Charney Challenge, you can expect it to come back in Clifton Heritage Park next year. More obstacles, more twists and turns, more going through the bush, because that's what we love as the Chick-Charney. And it's gonna be interesting. We just stay tuned.
Since the challenge is being timed, Robards is asking everyone to be on time, especially those late birds who believe that they can just stroll in and not warm up.
The event starts at 9, but we want the teams to be there by 8:30 at the latest, so that we can get everybody registered and ready to go, and they can get a proper warm up.
The World Gymnastics Championships is one of the biggest meets on the sporting calendar for gymnasts. Hundreds participated in this year's championships, which is being used as a pre-qualifier for the upcoming Olympic Games. Included in those numbers were Kianna along with teammate Simone Hall. It was an honor for Dean, competing amongst the world's best.
I recently got back from the World Championships in Scotland, and that's by far the biggest international meet I've ever competed in, and it was the first for our country, so that was really exciting for me. Going into the competition, I knew that there was a difference in skill level between myself and the other gymnasts from other countries. We are a little bit behind the other countries. So I just went into the competition trying to focus on myself and, you know, make sure that my scores are better than what I've done previously. So that I did that to take the pressure off. And going in the future, I just know that I can't really compare myself or the Bahamas to bigger countries that have been doing this for years and years and years.
The island of Eleuthera was once known as the breeding ground for some of the best softball players in the country. Players coming from that island dominated both the infield and the out. So it was no surprise that the reaction came from some of the residents when executives from the Bahamas Softball Federation ruled one of their players ineligible to compete in the recently held National Round Robin Championships. That particular player also expressed his disappointment in the decision, especially since the hurt was felt island-wide.
A decision I made one day. You know, Eleuthera softball is on a decline. And as a national team player and by extension the captain of the national team, I made a decision to try and bring some life to the association in Eleuthera. And as a result, you know, just the thanks you get.
There's an old saying that goes, practice makes perfect. The more than an hour workout 3 times a week means more than just running up and down the court for the Bomber G Operators women's basketball squad. They know firsthand that the sweat is just the beginning to the long season ahead.
We're just trying to get our legs underneath us and get everybody in good condition for the season, what is coming up, to get back on top of the hill. You know, we've been off the hill for 2 years and it don't feel good. Down to the bottom. So right now we get some new acquisitions, some young girls, and we plan on getting back on top of the hill, taking back what is ours. Well, basically what we need to do, like we say, come out here, work hard, run what we run, and just stick together. You know, we face adversity by, you know, as a team, and fight through it. We can have some you know, obstacles in the way, but eventually we plan to get through it. We stay as a team, as one, you know, and be together, we'll be all right.
Well, that's all the time we have for sports. Once again, I'm Kelsey Johnson. Stay tuned. There's more to come.